Now, we have an update from Rio. Michael Phelps, of course, no stranger to gold medals, already 4 for 4 entering tonight, 22 overall, took silver in the 100-meter free butterfly, I should say. Three-way tie for silver, but over on the women's side, more dominance, and I mean dominance for Katie Ledecky.
Yes, Bethesda, Maryland's own Katie Ledecky wins the 800-meter free gold medal. 8 minutes and 4 seconds. That may sound like nothing to you, but here's what will sound like something to you. She chopped off 10 seconds from her own world record that she set 3 years ago. That's 10 seconds.
Yeah, she now 13th world record for Ledecky, and on the broadcast there's no one else even in the camera shot, about half the pool, while Ledecky touches to win gold. She's the first woman to take gold in the 200, 400, 800-meter freestyle in the same Olympics since 1968. Just utter domination by American Katie Ledecky.
Let's take a look at the medal standings right now. Phelps' medal tally now stands 22 gold, 3 silver, 2 bronze. That's for him separately. But in terms of everything full, USA leads with 18 gold medals, followed by China with 13. And you see total medals there, 47. The USA leads, and there on the bottom, Russia with 22 total. We've got more Sports Center coming up right after this break.
Simone Biles, Michael Phelps. So far, they've been the brightest American stars at the Olympics. Last night, though, more history and more meaningful history. Simone Manuel, first African-American woman to medal in swimming. The 20-year-old Stanford swimmer took home gold in the 50 and 100-meter freestyle. Now, before these summer games, Hannah Storm went face-to-face with Manuel, discussing her first Olympics and how she pursued a sport typically dominated by whites.
So when did you first fall in love with swimming?
I think I fell in love with swimming, I mean, the moment I touched the water. I love the water. Bath time was probably my favorite time when I was a kid. And the first day of swim lessons, I swam across the pool. So I think,
whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think I just loved it right off the bat.
So when did you feel like, I want to go to the Olympics?
I was at Olympic trials in 2012 and actually seeing it in person, people making the team. That was when I realized, like, hey, this is something I want to do. It's super cool watching people come from out of the ground and get medals and represent their country at the highest level of competition. So in 2012 was definitely when I realized I wanted to go to the Olympics.
So what drew you to the sprints?
I think I just wasn't good at anything else. Distance is kind of long, and I don't think I have as much endurance to finish those races, but in the sprints, I can get going and I can finish strong, so maybe that's why.
What is it like to swim? I mean, it is over in a nanosecond. Take me through that process, like from your vantage point.
Yeah, I don't really know how to describe it. Like, it's very quick and you don't have any time to think about it. You just gotta go, and then before you know it, you've touched the wall. So it's very nerve-wracking because there's no margin for error. So I think that's kind of what is cool about the challenge. Like, you have to be perfect.
And how often does that happen?
I'm still working on it. I think that's what's so amazing about this sport. I mean, none of us are perfect, and all of us want to get better and improve in our swimming. So, you know, I've just been looking at the video and seeing how I can improve.
Take me through the moment when you realized you had made the team for Rio.
When I made the team for Rio, I think I was pretty shocked. I mean, I didn't really know how to, you know, express my emotions. And then 5 minutes later, I was bawling because I was like, wow, I'm an Olympian right now. But when I saw the Olympic rings by my name, I was just so honored and blessed. And I'm just so grateful for this experience.
Do you appreciate that people see you as a trailblazer, being an African-American swimmer and making an Olympic team? And I mean, it's what has been a white sport predominantly.
Yeah, I'm definitely humbled by it. Just to, you know, have my swimming give so much back to other people is amazing. And being a Black/African-American female, I mean, you don't see many of us in the sport. So just to inspire someone to want to learn how to swim or, go after their dreams and something that they didn't think they can accomplish is something that I'm really proud that I can do.
Do you hear from a lot of young girls? Do they write you? What kind of feedback do you get?
Yeah, so I've gotten, messages and, getting tagged on social media. And even if I'm signing an autograph and someone says, "You're such an inspiration to me," or "I want to be like you," that's really inspiring that, the work that I put in every day is making someone want to, do something great with their life. And it is a little bit of pressure, but actually a lot of pressure, but to see that someone sees something so great in me, it really makes me want to work hard, to show them that, hey, I can do this.
Do you ever think about the Williams sisters, because they played a predominantly white sport and they're so inspirational to a whole new generation, really, of up-and-coming tennis players in this country? Do you ever think about that parallel?
Yeah, actually both of them have been an inspiration to me. Anytime I think Blacks or African Americans are, dominating in a predominantly white sport, they have probably gone through the same struggles that I have gone through, and, not seeing someone like yourself, in the pool or in their case on the court. So a lot of it parallels, and I think, like I said, we have gone through the same struggles and probably thought the same things, maybe wanted to quit sometimes, because usually you do gravitate towards, people you see and people that look like you. So I'm definitely grateful for, all the amazing athletes that are kind of trailblazers in their sport.
Was there a time when you wanted to quit?
Yeah, I think I wanted to quit around the age 12 or 13 just because, in a sport like swimming, and actually any sport, you have friends and teammates and you really want to get along with them. But I just felt like I didn't always connect in those situations because I didn't have anybody that did look like me. Mm-hmm. And my coaches and my parents, they really just encouraged me to stick with it. And sooner or later, I got used to the skin that I was in, and I got used to the dynamics of the sport. And I realized that even though I would like to have some of those social aspects that I didn't have, I love to swim. And the most important thing was that I wasn't going to run away from it.
Did it make you more determined in some ways to push forward?
Yeah, it definitely made me more determined, because I feel that the struggle that I faced, I wouldn't want anybody else to face that same struggle. So, that is, I think, one of the reasons why I'm so successful, because it's bigger than myself, and it's important to, kind of pave the way for other people who might want to come up and do the same thing as me, and hopefully make it a little bit easier for them.
Do you hope for a day when people don't say, "Oh, she's a swimmer and she's an African-American swimmer, and therefore it's a big deal"?
I definitely do, but I think my platform is, if I can just inspire someone to even want to get in the water and learn how to swim, then I have done my job. I think the most important thing when it comes to minorities is that they're not water safe. They don't know how to swim. And even if they do not pursue a career in becoming an Olympic swimmer or a national team swimmer, or, even swimming competitively, I think the most important thing that minorities need to learn is how to swim.
So what are your dreams for Rio?
I haven't sat down and thought about it too much, but I really just want to go out there and swim as fast as I can for Team USA and represent USA in the best way I know how. I would love to bring home some medals and just really improve myself as a swimmer.
That's Simone Manuel face-to-face with Hannah Storm. Again, that was before she won gold medals.
What sense did you get seeing KD for this first appearance there at Oracle, and now you've seen him play with Draymond and Clay, about how that's going to go?
Well, I think they'll have an adjustment period. There's no question about it. Playing with KD is fun. I've coached him twice. This will be the third time I've coached him, and actually I almost made the Beijing team as a young guy from the select team. He's been that good. He's been with us the 11 years, and I see him grow. He's even better now because he's very competitive, a little bit more vocal, and is a good teammate. And that night, I wanted it to be special for him because he's very sensitive, and he wants everyone to not necessarily like him, but respect him and think highly of him. So that decision knocked him back, I think, a little bit. And we've been
The criticism that he engendered by
I think what
deciding to go
happened-
with the Warriors.
Yeah, one thing I told him, I said, when you're really good, you're going to be criticized, and you're going to be hated by a certain amount of people. Just if you win, and if you're really good, that you might get 50 letters and 49 of them say how much they love you. Don't let the one letter ruin it. But we do a lot of times until you get a kind of immune to that. I said, so that's what you're going through now. And a lot of people are not going to like you because of the decision you made. I said, do you like the decision? He says, yes, I do. I said, well, all right. You don't have to answer to anyone else. Just let's get over this. I thought that night helped him get over it.
You know that from being at Duke.
I know.
You understand
I know
that.
what being loved and being hated, and with people not even knowing you. I know that, and thank goodness, because that means we've won. But we've always respected the game and people, and I did tell Katie this. You know what? Even the people who say they do not like you, they respect you, and if they don't, they're knuckleheads, because then they don't respect excellence. And you know what, man? You are excellent. You're the best. So if someone doesn't like that, that's cool. But they should respect you. And that's what a competitive person should want, that respect.